Once again, I welcome you to Superb Math class. In today's class, we are asked to solve this equation by factorization method. This is actually a quadratic equation. So we can write it in this form. Instead of having 15 here, we can bring it over to the left-hand side of the equation. This is 15. And then here becomes 0 because we have moved the 15 over. Now, the usual procedure is to find the product of the first term and the last term. That will give us 8p squared times minus 15, which is equal to minus 120p squared. So the next thing is to find two terms that when you multiply them together, you will have this, and when you add them up together, you will have this middle term. And if you think very well, I believe that plus 20p multiplied by minus 6p will give us minus 120p squared. So the aspect of product is correct. We now confirm for the addition. That's plus 20p plus minus 6p. These plus and minus, we pick the minus because it will become negative. So that will actually give us 20p minus 6p is simply 14p. So we can now use these two factors to replace 14p. And that means the new equation is now 8p squared plus 20p minus 6p minus 15 is equal to 0. So we solve this by factorizing this equation. We can do what we call factorization by grouping, where you simply group this into 2. So we have this equals to 0. But helping to introduce bracket, this minus will have to change to plus, so that minus times minus will give you back your minus. Now, we can factor out the common terms in this first bracket, of which I know that 4 is common, p is also common. Here we are left with 2p, so that 4p times 2p will give you back your 8p squared. And then here we are left with 5, so that 4p times 5 will give you back your 20p. Then minus, here I believe that 3 is common here because 3 is a factor of 6 and is also a factor of 15. So if you bring out 3, you are left with 2p plus 5 equals to 0. If you look at this very well, 2p plus 5 is common to the both sides. So, I mean, it's common to these two expressions. So we can factor it out, 2p plus 5. Here we are left with 4p. And here we are left with minus 3. And everything is equal to 0. What this means is that 2p plus 5 is equal to 0, or 4p minus 3 is equals to 0. Is equal to 0. And that means here we can say that 2p is equal to minus 5. That simply means that p is equal to minus 5 over 2. Or here we can say 4p is equal to 3 and p is equal to 3 over 4. And this is actually the solution to this very problem. If you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I want you to consider searching for Super Math Class on YouTube and subscribe to the channel so that you can always be updated when new videos are posted. Same is the same on Facebook and the same on TikTok. Thank you so much.